Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in this video I want to share with you a little known chess miniature, the final position of which reminds me of the Immortal Game. On the white side is Irish chess master George MacDonnell and his opponent is English chess master Henry Bird. The game was played in 1872 in London. MacDonnell opened up with e4 and to Bird's e5 response he went for the razor-sharp King's Gambit. An opening which was probably the most popular one in those times. King's Gambit accepted is on the board, after which black is strengthening the pawn on f4 by playing g5. Bishop c4, g4, and white castled kingside. Muzio Gambit is on the board. White is making a piece sacrifice on move 5. And after g takes f3, we have queen takes f3, although I have to tell you that in here there is a very sharp bishop takes f7 sacrifice as well, which is the double Muzio Gambit, but in the game we see queen takes f3. At the cost of sacrificing a piece, white is getting late in development and is getting nice attacking chances. Queen e7, which is a bit passive looking approach. Queen f6 is considered to be the main move, both supporting the pawn on f4 and also keeping an eye on this d4 square. In our game, after queen takes f3, we see queen e7, d4, knight c6, bishop takes f4, knight takes d4, queen d3, bishop g7. Well, knight e6 looks very solid, but black decided to support the knight by developing the kingside bishop. Bishop takes c7, which is a mistake, and the problem with this move is that by playing d5, black could attack both bishops. But black missed his chance and to bishop takes c7 answered with knight h6. By the way, I have to tell you that at this point knight c3 is preferable, but in the game we see bishop takes c7, knight h6, e5. Already the knight on d4 is hanging, and queen c5, which is a mistake. Well, capturing on e5 is also playable, although it looks a bit dangerous because that allows white to open up the e-file. But an alternative is knight df5, a very solid move. Instead we see queen c5. Here comes bishop d6, queen b6, king h1. White is preventing any unpleasant checks from this diagonal. Knight hf5, knight c3. Well, instead of playing knight c3, rook takes f5 is winning on the spot. Black is in trouble, but instead we see knight c3. Queen takes b2. By capturing on d6, black could prolong his resistance, and then black could castle kingside. We have an equality on the board, but instead we see queen takes b2, which steps into a beautiful combination. If you wish, you can pause the video and try to find white's next move. Ready? In here, MacDonnell went for a bishop sacrifice on f7. The idea is that if king takes f7, then already this time white can make a rook sacrifice on f5, and then the second rook is coming and black king is in a mating net. To bishop takes f7 check, black answered with king d8 and queen takes d4. MacDonnell is making a queen sacrifice, thus making black king vulnerable. Knight takes d4, knight d5, and black resigned. The knight is coming to support the bishop and black king is getting checkmated, just no way out. Let's just make a random move. If queen takes c2 covering the c7 square, then this time bishop takes e7 checkmate can follow. And all this actually reminds me of the famous Immortal Game. Again, we saw queen sacrifice and the knight from d5 supports the bishop to announce a checkmate. Of course, the inaccuracies were all over the board, but the final combination was spectacular, and that's the reason that I decided to share this game with you. Let's not forget that this was played in 1872, and typical errors were very common in those times, especially in such complex positions. In the end, a chess puzzle for you where the task is to find mate in 3, it's white to move, and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching, here are more suggestions for you, feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video, take care.